Today is Good Friday. Now, Good Friday is a Christian holiday that commemorates the crucifixion of Jesus and his death at the Calvary. And to do that, to expatiate more on this celebration and also to talk more about basically this season that our Christian faithfuls will be engaging in, I'm joined on the news today with Reverend Kingsley Igbede. He's an assistant pastor at Church for Real Church of God Mission, and he joins me. Good morning to you, Reverend.
Good morning.
What is the significance of Good Friday in this present day, knowing that, Jesus is said to be in heaven sitting at the right hand of God?
All right. So, as is known worldwide, Good Friday is the season where Christians have set aside to celebrate the death and the burial and resurrection of Jesus Christ. So, there's so much history about the origin of this celebration. But anyway, what I tell people, I tell them the most important thing is the focus, which is Christ. So, for me, I would say the most important reason, the most purpose for this season, basically celebrating the death, the burial, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and the complete work that was done by him when he came on earth to represent man and to come in the stead of man so that man can have a relationship with God again. So it's necessary that at this time in our lives as Christians, we begin to remember again, even though every time we remember this, but this season being set aside, we're able to take a retrospective look and say, Father, we thank you for the death, the burial, and the resurrection of your Son, for which today we have life as Christians.
Christianity in and of itself has different factions, right? We have the Roman Catholic, we have the Pentecostal, we have the Anglican, we have, there are different factions. When it comes to celebration at this time, celebrating, the crucifixion and and basically what the Christian faithfuls are called to do at this time, does it differ? Is it the same celebrations that we see? Talk to me when just what it's going to be like between today, Friday, and all the way down to Easter Monday.
All right. Like you said, that there's so many factions in the Christian, let me call it religion. But I tell people a lot, when Jesus came on earth, Jesus did not come on earth to bring a religion. He did not come on earth to bring different faction of a religion. He didn't. So I tell people a lot, I said, Christianity is not a religion. So if we all read the writings of Jesus, you see his mindset, his understanding, what he came to do. He just basically came to bring life to man, and he came to, because as we all know, in the Garden of Eden, God lost that fellowship that he used to have with man, and God became alienated from man. Man became alienated from God. So Jesus coming, God wanted to establish a relationship with man, and Jesus had to come in, and he became the sacrificial lamb. So when he died, he was buried, and he resurrected. What Jesus brought to us was a life, and that life is called the real life. He did not bring Pentecostal, he did not bring Roman Catholic, he did not bring any other faction you would think about, but he brought a life. And that life, the Bible says in John 3:16, say, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. That's what Jesus brought. So anybody who has come into Christ, who is now born again, what the person receives is a life, not a religion. So Christianity itself is not a religion. Yeah. So if I know this what I'm saying, I might not, the other faction might not really agree, but let's look at the writings of the Bible, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Look at what Jesus said. Look at what he came to do. He did not come to because if Jesus came to establish a religion, then there was no need, because before he came, there were so many religions already, Reverend, who were trying to talk to God.
At least there must be some sort of uniformity between all the factions when it comes to celebrating the Easter. So from Good Friday to Easter Monday, what would be a uniformity in terms of celebrating this time, which is, I understand, is a reflective time for Christians around the world?
Basically, the uniformity should be one, just focus on Christ and his finished works. What did he come to do? Why did he come? What did he come to do? Basically, and what is now the life that we have received in him? What are we supposed to be doing right now? So it's not about religious practices or going into religious activities. No, it's just about Christ. The focus should basically be about Christ.
Right. So as we are during this Easter period, right, what would be your charge to Christians at this time? You know, I understand it's a period for reflective time. You are a reverend, which means you are also like an authority. What would be your charge to Christians during this period?
I would tell Christians around the world, for those, because I tell people a lot, like I said earlier on, Christianity is not a religion. For those who are born again, who has received this life that I'm talking about, this way life, who have come to Christ, I would tell them it's a time to do a reflection. Yeah, this because of the Spirit of God we have in us, that Spirit reminds us of a lot of things. So it's a time to put your gaze again and begin to enjoy the benefits that comes with what Christ has done. Christ came, he died, he was buried, and he resurrected. And with this death, burial, and resurrection came benefits. So those benefits are found in the life he has given us, and that life is called the Zoe life. So it's high time as Christians begin to understand, begin to study the scriptures better to know what comes with this life, what are the advantages, what are my benefits, what are my rights in this life that Christ has given unto me. So the more we gaze into these things, the more we become more like Christ here on earth.
Reverend, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you for doing this with us.